Popping, my niggas. What's popping, my niggas? What's popping? Salute. Your boy Gotti is live, officially live. I'm back. I'm back. He back. Back again. Back again, man. We live. You know what we gonna talk about. A lot to touch on. A lot to discuss. You know what I'm saying? We got a whole lot of topics to discuss on, man. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. We gonna talk about them all. I'm touching on everything tonight. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm gonna touch on everything tonight. Salute that. Let's come in here. But we gonna touch on a lot of topics, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially we gonna touch on the interview with No Jumper. I just saw that. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, man. If y'all ain't see that interview with Man on No Jumper, bro, disgraceful. Disgraceful, bro. That's all I'm gonna say, man. Disgraceful, bro. I watched a little bit of it. A lot of lying, bro. Like, dudes be lying too much for me. The Pistol Pete, I'm gonna just say this, bro. Like, people be asking me, yo, why you ain't touching on the Pete? I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I don't got no beef with Terror Squad. Shout out to Terror Squad, bro. You know what I'm saying? Those is dudes that got personal issues and that goes from jail. But there's one thing I will say. Pete and them was never LKs. They was never Latin Kings. They was Rat Hunters. If you know, Rat Hunters was on some EBK. That's the type of time they was on. You know what I'm saying? All them dudes, the Blue Boys, the Pistol Peas, Rap from, Paid in Full Posse, they all was Rat Hunters. They was never Latin Kings. Latin Kings was they hops. You understand what I'm saying? And everybody know that. Yeah, they was on some Boricua timing, but they was also on some EBK timing. I think dudes that's in their 50s, bro, arguing about jail beef from back in the 90s, bro, it sound ridiculous, bro. I don't understand it, bro. Like, if dudes is in a good space in life, bro, you shouldn't even. This is why I say these platforms, bro, they be tricking dudes to basically crash out, and there's no need for that. That's just like what Math Hoffa did. Y'all gotta be blaming these internet panelists that do these things. Dudes that be on YouTube, that be interviewing dudes, they the ones that do this nonsense to cause the division. Y'all take it out on the dudes that do the interviews, and then y'all get mad when y'all don't like the responses. But y'all don't say, yo, you baited, nah, son. Homie was saying how he feel, but you the dude interviewing, you incited that. You understand what I'm saying? So y'all gotta go at these platforms. Stop going at the dudes that's doing the interview. Everybody gonna speak their truths. Everybody gonna speak how they feel. I feel like it's corny to me to see grown men get on their platforms and do this in their 50s, bro. Like, y'all out of pocket, bro. Some of y'all dudes is grandfathers, fathers, and y'all out here wham. You know what I'm saying? Y'all wrong. Y'all gotta think about the future. Y'all gotta think about the future legacy. Y'all letting Poindexter podcasters get y'all out y'all body, the start of some division. Old beats from the early 90s, bro. Come on, son. We talking about stuff from 35, 34, 35 years ago, bro. It's 2025, bro. Let's talk about what brothers doing now, man. That's why I said, man, the worst thing brothers ever did was come on here glorifying their jail stories. Y'all gotta, come on, bro. If y'all gonna talk about, yo, let's correct the youth. All this divisionist thing, I think it's corny, bro. Cause y'all dudes is elder statesmen, bro. Y'all gotta act like elders, bro. You know what I'm saying? Dudes in their 50s, like rehashing, like nobody crashing out, man. Come on, bro. So y'all gotta stop that, man. Y'all gotta stop that, man. Y'all gotta be better for y'all children, bro. You know? I already know about that, man. Like, that was bad. Jorge, that was bound to happen, bro. Like, I'ma just tell you this, man. I'ma post the video on my Instagram, but just know, bro, like, this already been pushed in here, bro. Your boy been pushed the button. So I've been telling y'all this the longest. Nobody listened to me when I was saying this. I've been telling y'all this on YouTube. So what's happening in LA is not surprising. Cause I've been told you this was gonna happen. Y'all talk about wars in America, wars out of the country. Y'all keep talking about, yo, we gonna fight China, we gonna fight Russia. I told you, yo, the war is gonna be here in America, bro. It's gonna be a civil war here. Nobody listened to me when I was saying that on my channel. And I was saying that, you know, before this happened. So nobody listened. I said this on Clubhouse. People laughed at me. I said it on my YouTube. So come on, bro. Dudes gotta look what's going on. So what's happening in California, that was gonna happen anyway. That was gonna happen anyway. That the Civil War is happening in the West, and it's gonna happen in many other places. People is not listening, bro. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't watch movies, bro. I told y'all, watch the Minority Report, watch In Time, watch Book of Eli, watch, you know, Minority Report. Watch those movies, bro, and see what's going on. Was already told us, bro. Dudes is not peeping game. Y'all not peeping game, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, what's going on in America, bro? It's not surprising. It's what you want to do. I hear everybody say, yo, ain't our fight, ain't our... All right. Ain't y'all fight, ain't y'all fight. Who cares, bro? But, let's look, bro. This was bound to happen. I just told you, bro, what happened with LA it was bound to happen in LA, Chris. You know, this was gonna happen anyway. A lot of people just didn't really realize that because they were so busy talking about celebrity gossip and all the distractions. This is all wag the dog politics. I told people the wars of us fighting in countries is over with. The us fighting Russia, us fighting, you know, foreign countries, that's over with. The wars is gonna be domestic now. If you look, Israel and Palestine, domestic, right? Pakistan and India, domestic. All the wars that you're seeing right now that's going on in the world is all domestic. And the wars that's going to happen in America is going to all be domestic. So y'all can't be surprising that this is going to happen, man. So, you know, I'm not surprised. You know, I'm just flabbergasted how people is just now acting all like, oh, yo, that's crazy. Nah, this was going to happen regardless of the way people like it, bro. No, they right next to door to each other. Pakistan and India is right next door to each other, Google user. They right next door to each other. Just like Israel and Palestine is right next door to each other. They right there. You know, if you remember, Pakistan and India was the same country. Okay? Pakistan and India split around 1910s, 1920s. They've been fighting with each other. The Muslims and the Hindus been fighting with each other since, you know, or when Gandhi was alive. So, you know, so American Civil War, yeah, that's what's gonna happen. You know, oh peace, how you doing, Mrs. Reels? That's what's gonna happen. It's gonna be American Civil War. But I told people this for years. People never listened to me. Everybody laughed at me when I used to say that. You know, I've said it on my platform. I said it on Clubhouse. I said it for years. I told people, yo, America's gonna have a civil war. Everybody was like, nah, you, that's what they said. I'm a conspiracy theorist. I'm talking pseudo. So I mean, listen, bro. I'm a conspiracy theorist. I'm talking pseudo. It is what it is. Let me be a conspiracy theorist and let me talk pseudo then. Because now what you're seeing in America is everything I'm telling y'all. You know? So surprising, bro. People people think they know it all, man. And it's if people just don't understand, bro. People is fed up, bro. Y'all gotta remember 2020, bro. It shows you what happened there, bro. But it is what it is. But like I was saying, yo, with the whole Pistol Pete thing, man, like dudes is too old to be going back and forth, bro. We got serious. This is my thing to the OGs that's doing this thing. And I'm just I don't care if they don't listen or they don't want to hear it, but I just want to give a message to the brothers, right? I salute y'all for making it home to y'all families. But at 50 something, and some of y'all is in your late 40s, but the majority of y'all is in your 50s. In y'all 50s, y'all shouldn't be talking about wars that happen at Kaksaki, wars that happen in Rikers Island. You should be talking about what we gonna be doing in 2025 and what's going on in America right now, the Civil War. All this talking about jailhouse wars, that ain't doing nothing. That ain't bettering the community. That's not fixing anything. You got things going on that's serious right now, and dudes are sitting up here beefing on BS timing. Like that just make you look at people and say, "Dang, y'all that lost right now." That's what we discussing, bro. Cause as men, we shouldn't be on here beefing right now when you got serious things going on in the world. Don't people watch the news? What's going on? Like, don't people seeing that we got civil wars going on? Like, don't people see what's really going on? Like, I'm just flabbergasted how dudes is on here just talking about things that happened. What 4 decades ago? 3 decades? 4 decades. Yeah, 4 decades ago. Like, dudes is talking about what happened in 1990. Come on, man. Like, come on, bro. We gotta be better as a people, bro. Like, in society, bro. We got serious things going on in America to be talking about what went on back in the days. I don't want to hear nothing about industry stuff, gossip. There's a civil war going on in America, and y'all dudes is talking about nothing that's serious. That's the problem with people. That's what I don't understand. Like how people can be on these platforms and they're not telling people, yo, like I've been telling y'all know people. That's why I say when people talk about my platform and they say, oh, God, you just talk about the nonsense. No, I'm on my platform. I'm telling people about Civil War. I'm telling people about what's going on politics wise. Y'all done seen a lot of my videos for years. You've heard me speak about a lot of this. Now that is happening, everybody want to talk about it. But when I was saying this back in 2020, when I was saying this on Clubhouse, when I was saying this on my YouTube channel, nobody was listening. Nobody was listening. You know, what's going on right now was bound to happen. It was going to happen anyway. You know what I'm saying? It's just people are so ignorant and people are so caught up on stupidity timing and nonsense. Dudes shouldn't be caught up on drama from back in the days. You know? We need to be caught up on what's really going on in the world. You know? We need to be caught up on that. Nobody made me mad. I'm good, family. You know? So I don't know, man. Like I said, salute to them dudes. You know, but I just think that whole Pistol Pete, Terror Squad, and dudes going at Terror Squad and all that, I just think that's type corny right now, bro. Everybody has their opinions. Everybody don't have to agree with everybody. But right now, what's going on in 2020 and 2025, a lot of that stuff is not even important. Because that's not That's not what's really going on in the world. We don't care about none of that street talk. You know, we don't care about none of that because y'all don't see what's going on in LA. You know what I'm saying? That's just the precursor. Because what's going on in LA, happening in New York, Atlanta, Miami, anywhere. Because right now, people is getting fed up. People is tired, bro. You know, people is tired. So, you know what I'm saying? And this was gonna happen anyway. You know, but hey, it is what it is, man. Lord Jamar. So I seen a lot of people doing videos on Lord Jamar and Vlad. I did some. Listen, man, I don't got no issue with Lord Jamar. I let people know that he a cool dude. I met Lord Jamar. We did a great interview. You know what I'm saying? Good peoples. But let me just say this. I think Lord Jamar was wrong to go back on Vlad TV. I'm sorry. Okay? Um, dudes gotta stand for something. That's just like what I'm talking about earlier with dudes on here beefing about Terror Squad and Pistol P and what he did in jail. Like, it don't make no sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Because that's 4 decades ago. We in 2025. What Lord Jamar is, it don't make no sense to me how a man stood on principles and said, I will never be going back on Vlad. He made that clear. When Vlad said what he said about Minister Louis Farrakhan, he said he wasn't going back on that. I saluted him on that. Okay. And then fast forward to 2025, he goes on Vlad's platform, smiling and laughing. And this is why dudes is like, yo, we ain't believing anything Lord Jamal said. Everybody going at him because it's like, dog, you talk out of two sides of your face and two sides of your tongue. You either stand for something or fall for anything. And a lot of dudes don't stand for something. And the sad part is when you don't stand for something, dudes can say, yo, this dude is a fraud. And I'm not saying Lord Jamal's a fraud. But if you got a platform and you're on YouTube and you stood your ground and said you're not supporting this man, he said that on his own mouth. He was not supporting Vlad. You know, the video was still out there. You know, he even said that on Art of Dialogue. So for him to go back on Vlad, it just don't make no sense, man. It makes him look like he can be bought. You know what I'm saying? And when a dude look like he can be bought, it just makes you look like a sellout. It don't make you like, it doesn't make you look like, and I'm not dissing Lord Jamal, but I'm just saying the way it looked like to other people that saw him on Art of Dialogue saying he'll never go back on Vlad, and then he went back on his words. Like, Benzino did go back on Vlad, but one thing I do respect about Benzino, he called Vlad out, and he said he'd never go back on his platform. You know what I'm saying? He did, but he said what he said. You know what I'm saying? The man didn't pay him his money, and he still didn't pay him his money. And he called him out. You understand what I'm saying? But with Lord Jamar now, with him going back on Vlad, it just doesn't look right. Because he made it clear out his own mouth that he wasn't going to rock with him. You know what I'm saying? At least when Benzino went back on there, he called him out. He said, yo, I'm not messing with dude. He instigates beefs, and it's a dub. I respect Benzino's approach, because at least when he went back on there and then after the interview was over, he said how he felt. I respect that. You know what I'm saying? Because he stood on his principles. You know what I'm saying? He stood on his principles. And with Lord Jamar, he just didn't stand on his principles, bro. He let the money, like, basically, you know, make him do what he do. And I can't respect a man that let the money compromise him. It to me, it just feel like he's compromised by the dollars, bro. You know You know what I'm saying? Benzino called out, like, when he said, yo, you stirring up drama between me and Tony Ayo, that's not cool. I respect Benzino for doing that. But Lord Jamar, on the other hand, I don't know, bro. I just don't know what was his motives of just going back up there. And then he said that, I to me it just didn't look right. It just didn't look right to me. Because I saw it like that wasn't a good move. You know, that wasn't a good move on his part. And that's why a lot of dudes is like, yo, we can't rock with Lord Jamal. And I can understand that. Because it's like dudes was standing with him when he said, yo, I'm not jacking Vlad. And just to see him sit up there, man, it's like, yo, you sold yourself out. That's the way dudes felt. Me personally, I can't say that because I don't know his circumstances. I don't know his business. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, what type of play he did with Vlad. But if I was a betting man, I think I would have not done that. In my opinion, I think I would have not done that. I think I would have probably just said, you know what, that's a dub. I can't do it. My integrity is too much for me to go and sit up here on this platform knowing that I said I would not sit up on this platform ever again. You get what I'm saying? So it made him look extra crazy. It just made him look extra crazy. It just didn't make him look good. It didn't make him look like in a good light. It made him look bad in a negative light. Because it just shows that dogs is compromised. And if for the right price, he can be bought. And that's what really just it showed to me that Lord Jamal can be bought. You know, and I just don't understand that. Like I don't know, man. It's crazy. But um, yeah, but Green Mile, it still make him look bad, bro. I'm not dissing Lord. Like I said, to each his own. I don't know his business, so he might have got a good bag. But I'm just saying to the critics, to the people that's watching, that's doing videos, it looks bad on his part because he did say on all the dialogue he'll never do his platform. He don't rock with him. This is what he said, multiple times. I remember when he left his platform and he said he would never go back on it. So it makes him look bad on his part because he backed down on his words, you know. But hey, it is what it is. I mean, you know, if that's what he wants to do, that's what he wants to do. But to me, for people that support him, the people that support his platform, they feel that they lost a lot of respect for him because he should have hold out. He should have not went back because it just made him look bad, bro. It just made him look bad, the whole 9 yards. But hey, it is what it is, man. That's all I can say. It is what it is. But yeah, man, let's oh, I want to talk about the Tyron Turner. I watched the Tyron Turner joint, right? And let me tell y'all something, bro. That's crazy. That Tyron Turner and Suge beef. But I heard that they beef stems from, Michelle. Because I heard like Tyron Turner was smashing Michelle back in the days. And Suge and him had an altercation or whatever it was, man. And I'm not saying Tyron Turner can't fight. Dude could fight. Son beat up Mula for the Outlaws. So dude got hands. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna keep it real, bro. That is crazy that these two is really beefing. Like, I don't know what, like, I don't know, bro. Like, I bangs with Suge, man, but Suge be, and I get it. Suge is mad because he in there, and they did set him up, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing a video about that, because Suge Puff, I felt got set up. I felt that the feds wanted Suge out the way they wanted Suge really dead, and I feel like Puff, they wanted him in jail or they wanted him dead too. Um, and it's like those brothers couldn't catch a break. You know what I'm saying? And with Suge, I feel like they lied and said he killed Biggie and he didn't. They never wanted to go with the truth that the police had a hand in it. The Rampart, that's why they all of the guys that was in that Rampart division, they ended up going to jail. I'm gonna do a video on that because I really want to break that down. But I've been seeing like everybody been going in on Suge, and I just don't understand it. It's a crazy situation. And I feel like people a lot what Suge say, yeah, Suge gotta make himself look good. Any man gotta make themselves look good. Like I said, understand that the Tyron Turner situation, that was over a female, you know. And I've heard a story about Suge disciplining a dude, and it was some craziness that went on at that death row. I ain't gonna lie. Simon was a different type of dude, but free Suge, man. I think that's a crazy shit. I think it's a crazy situation with him and Tyron Turner. I watched the interview. Shout out to all the dialogue. That's my guy. I bigs with Art. Um, I don't know how Art be doing them Gene Deal interviews so fast, cause Gene to do an interview and then he'll pop back on Art platform. But shout out to Art, man. I remember when he ain't had that 800,000 subscribers, and now he got 898,000 subs. Salute to him. That man been working for a long time. I'm happy for his platform growing. You know what I'm saying? I rock with Son. Me and Son, Son helped me out on my first channel. So I got mad love for him. So shout out to all the dialogue. That's my guy. Shout out to Mighty. Make sure y'all go subscribe and support his platform. Cause I love the content. He love my content too. You know what I'm saying? He be hit me up. He be watching my joints. And I bangs with his content too. So I always got respect for dudes that show love to my platform, and I show love back to them. So shout out to Mighty. But that time returning shit is off the chain, man. We gotta get another Mighty. We gotta get another one with you and I'm Suge, bro. I'm gonna be honest, man. We gotta get another one with Suge and you, man, cause we gotta get to the bottom of this, man. This is some crazy, some crazy shit, bro. But yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, let me get to this Mano interview. So I watched the Mano joint, the part with Troy Ave, right? And let me just say this, right? Shout out to Turf Diamonds, free Turf Diamonds, right? Mano was on the phone with Turf, and his mans had uh shout out to his mans, Shy, but his mans was on the phone with Turf, and he ain't Mano on the phone. I didn't like how Mano um didn't give Turf his flowers. You on the phone with a man, and then you try to like dismiss them, and then you try to like bark on homie because he hands you the phone. Some wanted to chop it up on some real nigga shit, and then you try to be Hollywood. I don't like these dudes, man. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like how these dudes be trying to talk about they for the streets and they for the hood, but then a dude is on the phone with you that's in prison, and a lot of dudes is incarcerated, man. All they do is they want life, they want love, and some some respect to hear their voice heard, and hear people to let the people know that they good in there. And for that moment, you could have shine a light on a homie, saying, you know what, yo, free this man right here. This man I'm on the phone with right here is a Marcy legend right here. Salute to this man right here, man. You could have used that moment and did that, but he didn't. He did what most of these industry dudes do. You know, these dudes that he brushed them off and told his mans, yo, yeah, we doing an interview. Like, that's crazy. I was like, yo, for real? Like when I saw that, it kind of like rubbed me the wrong way when I saw that because, like I said, man, like that's an official dude. You know, you know, that's official dude. And for Mano should have shined a light on Turk Diamonds. You know what I'm saying? He should have shined a light, and that's like one of my cousins' means right there. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm on the phone with a real nigga that's incarcerated, I'm gonna say you. I don't care if we doing an interview or not. I'm gonna say, yo, this is my mans right here. This is my family right here. Yo, say what's up to the people, man. Let the people know who you is, man. We don't do things like that. Real niggas don't do things like that. But that's how you know these dudes don't be real dudes. And then I'm listening to the interview where he's saying that he didn't leave. Dog, you did. You left 80, bro. Like he lied up there on the platform and said that he didn't leave that man, and he did. Everybody said that. Ab said it. Trife said it. Mad people said that he left 80, bro. You left 80, and you left your girl in Urban Plaza. You ran out your sneakers. So that's crazy that he tried to front and try to act like he didn't leave that man when it's mad people that said, yo, son left 80, my dude. And 80 was the dude that got him the situation with 50 after, when him and Kim broke up, he got dropped from Universal. You know what I'm saying? So that's my thing with Mano, man. And I'm gonna just say this right now, man. Mano in that interview just shows that money and clout make dudes lame. And he's the true definition of why dudes get a little bit of clout and they think they them dudes, man. And he not even on star level. He's a D class rapper. Him and Jones, they D class rappers, but they act like they A class niggas. Like, it's crazy to me. But hey, it is what it is, man. It is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, his man Tax ratted, man. He wrote a letter to the judge. He snitched on Banger, snitched on Ab in the letter. You understand what I'm saying? The dude Combat Jack, who had an issue with Av, used the dude as his muscle or protection to go at Av because he wasn't a street dude. But it is what it is, man. These dudes be corny, man. These dudes be corny, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been telling y'all that. Just like with Bobby Shmurda, he lying on Vlad, bro. How you sold crack, dog? You ain't never sold no crack. Bobby ain't never sold a crack or hit nothing or shot nothing. Bro, his man's got killed in the crib. They put the pistol in his mouth, and then he begged for his life to not get killed in the trap. Right? This is documented. But to let him tell it, he's this super gangster from his section. Like, it's crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? Because people really believe that he this super gangster in his neighborhood when he's really not that super gangster in his neighborhood. He's just a rapper. Not even a rapper. He's just a dude that got clout, that was able to be successful. And he wasn't even that successful. He just got lucky with a single. You know? But he comes on his platform and try to act like, yo, he that dude. You know what I mean? And it'd be crazy to me. And people really believe that this dude really sold crack and he really let the gun go. And that's far from the truth. You know what I'm saying? It's far from the truth. But you gotta let these dudes tell it that they really them dudes. You know what I'm saying? And I just be laughing, bro. I laugh at these interviews because it's like, Yo, Vlad, you interviewing a dude that got imaginary fairy tales, man. Y'all think this dude is really who he say he is? Come on, bro. Bobby had an issue with the blood. Listen, man. The Max tore him up on Rikers Island, bro. Mac Ballers. They tore him up in Rikers Island. He was in PC in Clinton. He was in APPU in Clinton with Fat Cat. Okay? He wasn't in General Pop. He was in APPU with Fat Cat. Okay? It's an APPU in Clinton Correctional Facility. After he got packed out in the Blood House on Rikers Island, they sent him to Valhalla. After Valhalla, when he got sentenced, he was in Clinton Correctional Facility in APPU. For dudes to believe that this dude was who he say he is, didn't even claim GS9 at all. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, come on, bro. He was low riding. He didn't want to even claim he was Crip. Okay? Let's just keep it real. Rowdy Rebel was jagging blood, and he wasn't claiming he was Crip. Okay? They made it hard for him. But you let these dudes tell it, they was official tissue gangsters. You let Bobby Shmurda tell it, he's this dude that ran his hood and all that. And that's far from the truth, bro. But like I said, bro, that's these rappers, man. That's these today's rappers, bro. You know what I'm saying? They really believe that they is who they is in them raps, and they not. They none of that. You know? They not. And I'm telling facts. They not. But hey, who am I to judge? People got they got their picks, but Bobby's a liar. If he tell a story about what he told GQ magazine, I'll be tell a story like he told GQ magazine a story when he was in under that bed, and they pulled him up out under that bed and they put that pistol in his mouth, and he begged for his life after they done clipped his mans in there. Okay, he need to tell that story. Tell that story, then we believe you. Cali Love was peace queen. How you? Tell that story. Don't tell the fictitious story. Yo, I was selling crack when I was 12 years old, and nigga, you wasn't selling no crack when you was 12. Stop it, bro. Stop it, bro. Stop it, bro. I know all the live wire dudes from over there. He wasn't that. You know, shout out to Blaze, man. But, you know, the Bobby Schmurders and all these dudes, they gotta stop the lying, bro. Stop the lying, bro. Dudes need to, this is why I say, man, like, dudes need to just be they self, man. All this gangster talk, all this, like, come on, man. Like, these dudes is not who they say they is, man. And then they got these people like a Adam 22 believing that these dudes got some type of clout in New York. And they really don't. But it is what it is, man. Just like this dude, Jeezy Moola. Let me tell y'all about the dude Jeezy, right? So Jeezy Moola got like 4 people telling on him right now, right? I don't know if Chinaman telling on him. I'm not gonna put that out there. Shout out to Chinaman. I had him on my platform. But yeah, Jeezy Moola is facing the death penalty. I'm gonna get into how he's facing the death penalty, but Jeezy Moola is facing the death penalty. This is facts, it's no lies. He's facing the death penalty. That's his new charges. You know what I'm saying? And he don't got no co-defendants on this case. Everybody's cooperating on him. His manager, Jalissa, Trophy Life, will be cooperating. Dolly will be cooperating. Miss Chin will be cooperating. And the shooter, the dude, the little dude that look, he looked like he ain't no street dude. He just looked like a civilian. I don't know what made him possess him to pay that dude to do a hit, and he ain't get the job done. He killed Shorty, and he said, you know what, man, fuck this, my nigga. I'm telling on this nigga. I ain't doing no life for this nigga. So he's cooperating too. So Jeezy in the indictment, is by himself. Everybody is telling on him. Cali Beloved, you funny. Everybody's telling on him. You know, Dolly was the one that put the people on him. All right? Dolly was the one that called the police and let them know that Miss Chin was the one that lined China Man in them up. They was trying to kill China Man. It was about 3 times because allegedly they said that China Man sent somebody to smack up Jeezy moms at the beauty salon, right? And Jeezy was kind of upset that China Man was on my channel also because, you know, I don't mess with Jeezy. I told you I had that phone conversation. Jalissa, Trophy Life, gave him my number. That's my man's cousin, too. You know, my best friend. That's my best friend cousin. And she gave Jeezy the number. He called me on the phone. I said, yo, homie, you's a rat, nigga. He said, yo, bro, what you mean I'm a rat? He said, I got the streets. A word? You know what I'm saying? And the conversation was over. You know what I'm saying? We had a I think 40-minute conversation. No, 30. It wasn't even a 40. It was a 30-minute conversation. He called me private. It was a 30-minute conversation. That was the last time I spoke to that nigga on the phone. So he didn't like the fact that I had China Man on the channel. China Man was his boss, my nigga. He was a worker. He worked for China Man for years. You know what I'm saying? That was his boss. That's who he reported to. That's who was basically, you know, brought him to that life, right? And Jeezy didn't like the fact that China Man said the truth about him. You know, in my interview, he shot him out. But on another platform, he said, yo, the dude is a bum, living in his mom's crib. He don't got no money. And he ain't about none of that he talking about. Which we all knew. You know, I know stories about Jeezy. You know what I'm saying? Jeezy wasn't like New Money. He was jealous of New Money. He was, you know, he was jealous of, you know, Melly and all them, Brad Gang. You know, because Jeezy wanted to be like them, like Rich Flocks and all them, Bills and all them, because they was getting to the bag. Jeezy was just the worker. Him and OP, them niggas was posers. They wasn't real street niggas. I seen OP get robbed in my hood, stomped out by my niggas. You know what I'm saying? My niggas had him and Jeezy under pressure. Niggas I grew up with, my childhood homies. You know what I'm saying? Jeezy just, you know, the one thing I give Jeezy is he linked up with some real Brownsville niggas, Smooth Vito and them. They gave him a little clout, but he not no street nigga. He lived in the house. You know what I'm saying? Came from moms that had a beauty salon. The nigga wasn't on nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying? He was a nigga that did a little skins, but he wasn't no real like real rowdy nigga. Like that's why when I hear niggas try to like make it seem like, oh, this nigga, he official. I'm like, yo, official where, bro? Like, cause we know who Jeezy is. We know his story. I know his story. You know what I'm saying? And his story is that his first bid, he told on niggas in his first bid. That's why when he came home, because this dude been going to jail since he was like 18, 19 years old. So throughout his 20s, he been incarcerated, right? His first bid, he came home, was the Bank of America fraud thing. He told on niggas in that case. And then he came home, niggas was like, yo, they questioned him on his paperwork. You know what I'm saying? But the streets know he did bad on that case. So he came out, you know what I'm saying? He was running around. Tax Stone was promoting him. He was Tax Stone little dude, right? Casanova and them was holding him down and all that. You know what I'm saying? But he's not he was never a threat to anybody. Cause like I said, man, when they kill your mans, when they kill S. Dot and Capo, the nigga they had the nigga brains in a cup holster. You know what I'm saying? And then when it was go mode, you know, after Melly got killed and it was go mode, Brad Gang niggas was up on the scoreboard. Boy brains in a cup holster. They see somebody downtown, they thinking it's a bread gang nigga. Wasn't even a bread gang nigga. That's how they caught the last indictment. The thing that Telly and Sport is locked up for. They didn't even shoot the right nigga. They shot a wrong nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's why Telly got, I think, 11 years. Sport got like 10 or 12 years. And Jeezy got 15. 15 turning into a death sentence. But it is what it is, right? So I'm listening to this dude, man, and I'm just seeing, oh, this dude, he don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't know his lane. Some dudes need to know their lane. If your lane is being a scammer, be a scammer. If your lane is being a drug dealer and a shooter, be a drug dealer and a shooter. If your lane ain't that and you trying to be Don Dada, you gonna get Don Dada treatment. So he kept thinking, you know, the last situation he had, man, situation he had, they caught him in Westchester County, right? They catch him in Westchester County with the firearm. Yeah, with the firearm out there in Westchester County. This is 2019. Now he had just came home. He wasn't home like for a long time. He came home, I think, 2018. I forgot when in 2018. I think it was around September, maybe September, the summer of 2018. I don't remember it was around that time, but he came home 2018. Right? He came home 2018. He moving around. Right? Moving around. 2018. No, it was around the fall. It was around the fall when he came home. Because I remember. He came home 2018. Nah, Isaac. They not, you gotta remember, Isaac, he not going to New York State Prison, B. He going to the feds. He going to the feds. He going to either Terry Hut or ADX. He's going to the feds, bro. He's not, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna get that. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to the state prison, bro. This is not even a state case. This is a federal case, bro. He's going to either Terry Hut or he's going to ADX. You know what I'm saying? That's where he's going. He's not even going to no low medium. He's not going to no low mediums. He's going to Terry Hut and he's going to ADX. You know what I'm saying? It's over. Like, they gonna clean him up. So when he came home, he came on some, oh, I'ma diss niggas. I'ma diss Almighty J. I'ma diss the homie Skinny from the Nine, right? I'ma diss these dudes. I'ma diss A Boogie. I'ma diss all these dudes, right? I'ma come home and I'ma do this, right? Now, he didn't know that all that he did ain't helped him, right? He got the Liddy record. He thinking the Liddy record gonna help him. You know what I'm saying? He out there, you know, with the fake money, prop money. He thinking the Liddy record got to blow him up. So he gets arrested. Like I told y'all. It was bound, it was gonna happen anyway, inevitable. You know what I'm saying? Nigga on federal parole, what you running around with a hammer for? Right? He trying to play gangster. And he ain't even gangster, right? So he runs around with the hammer on federal parole, and the feds spanked him. They spanked him. They sent him back. He was in here, right? He thinking he gonna come home. He like, yeah, I'm about to come home. He thinking, yeah, I'm about to come home. He pled guilty, right? Not knowing, right? Not knowing. He just keep doing dumb shit in the inside. Doing dumb shit. Instead of him doing his time, his feelings was hurt. Chinaman said the facts about him, that he was a worker and he was a bum and he ain't really living what he's saying. He got out his body. You know what I'm saying? And when you get out your body, this is what happens. So he got spanked. He got spanked. You know what I'm saying? He got spanked. And what happened was it was kind of hilarious, man. Because it's like, how would if the nigga saying if it was a lie, then say it's a lie. But it ain't a lie. Well, who gave Owens? Who's that? I'm trying to figure out who you talking about, B. If it was a lie, it was a lie. But it's piece to but yo, you can't spam up the chat. I don't got no problem with the Gaza. You know, my prayers go out to them. But yeah, just don't spam up the chat, homie. That's all. That's all I'm saying, bro. But I don't got no problem with the Gaza. Um, yeah. So where the fuck was I at, bro? I got caught up. Yeah. So let me get back to what I was saying. So yeah. So Jeezy was doing his time for the case that they caught dealing with the shooting and all that, right? But you see, like they say, man, niggas be acting like they really about that and they really ain't about that. So he must be ain't know that the feds kept tabs on him. Salute, 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 homie. I said Abdul in the building. He must be didn't know the feds kept tabs on him. And he was out here thinking like he was invincible. Like he was the Don Dada. You hear me? And he wasn't. His girl Dolly, who he had broke up with, got with Jay Critch's sister, broke up with her, got with another chick. He was smashing Jalissa. Yeah, definitely free China man. He was smashing Jalissa, you know what I'm saying? And he was smashing Miss Chin when he was on the street, right? He was his chicks. So he in the jail. Chick Dolly, she feels some type of way. Oh, word? You gonna do this? You gonna dub me? Bang. She calls the police. They got the whole recording. She calls the police. She tell the police, listen, Miss Chin ordered this on such and such. Miss Chin got the dude Chinaman and his girl shot up. She breaking it all down on the phone to the police, man. All down on the phone. Like, didn't even care. You know what I'm saying? You know, yeah, I know. Don't even care. She let it go. She on the phone letting the police know that old boy ordered the head in jail. She gave up the nigga Jeezy. She gave up the shooter nigga. The one I told you that don't, you could tell this nigga's not a street nigga. I was like, yo, this the dude he sent to go at China? I'm like, nah, bro. I'm like, nah, bro. He immediately dude on this indictment. Ain't nobody else on the indictment. See that indictment before that y'all saw Jalissa name, y'all saw Miss Chin name, y'all saw the shooter name. Nah, this one right here ain't nobody else but Jeezy on the indictment. This is the indictment right here, yo. See that right there? See that right there? Dejon McBean, you know what I'm saying? Jeezy Moola, aka Freeze, notice of intent to seek the death penalty. Everybody telling them, boy. Everybody telling them. But I knew that was gonna happen. I knew that was gonna happen. They don't want to do no life. Like I said, Jalissa was basically trying to delete evidence, hide evidence, and she had a big executive job at Interscope Records. She ain't trying to go to no jail. She was the A&R at Interscope. You know what I'm saying? That's my man's cousin. You know what I mean? She ain't trying, she is square. She ain't on street. She not street at all. The chick, Miss Chin, she not street at all. You know what I'm saying? And the shooter, he not even street at all. So you telling me you got 3 squares in the case, and then you got the chick Dolly, she like, it's whatever. Yeah, yo, son, them niggas is couldn't aim for nothing, bro. The shooter couldn't shoot for nothing. And not only the shooter couldn't shoot for nothing, but I wasn't surprised that the shooter was gonna snitch, B. I wasn't surprised that the shooter was gonna snitch because at the end of the day, bro, this nigga thought that they was gonna be loyal to him, that they was gonna hold it down. You got squares, listen, man. Jeezy's first case, right? The case that Sport and Telly was in. Kyrie Ali could tell you, bro. A lot of people was testifying on that case, right? This new case, dudes is testifying on this case, right? His ex, his side chicks, both of them, and his shooter. So you already cooked. You getting the death penalty. You ain't got no co-defendants. You fighting the case on your own. So it's over for Jeezy, bro. It's over for him. You know, they gonna clean him up. You know what I'm saying? But he thought he was a gangster. He thought that he was Tony Montana. He thought that he was Don Dada. He really thought he was who he thought he was, and he wasn't. You know what I'm saying? How you sending shooters and niggas in? Come on, bro. Yeah, I might pop out. Master. I might pop out. And show love. I might. It's been a minute since I've been to Freaky Tie Day in years. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I might pop out. RP Freaky Tie. But yeah, when you got a case where the dudes is testifying on you like that, man, that's how you know they don't like Jeezy at all. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They don't even fear the nigga. You're like, yo, you know what, man? We ain't doing time for this nigga Jeezy, bro. We telling on this nigga. Them chicks, they don't want to be in no federal penitentiary. They gonna do what and whatever to get immunity to stay out of jail. They want to knock some of that time off. They want to be home. They don't want to be in the fast. So they don't have no problem telling on that nigga. But we knew, like I told you, we knew Jeezy was a sucker. We knew he wasn't no nothing. I've been telling niggas, yo, son is not who he say he is, bro. And he wasn't in no real active yards. That's the crazy part. So now, you know, he got to be in an active yard. He got to perform, bro. And I don't think he going to be able to perform. I think Jeezy's going, you know what I'm saying? I can't even say he going to PC it up. But it's going to be over for the nigga, bro. Seriously, bro. Like, his paperwork is funny. Seriously, his paperwork is funny. You know what I'm saying? And not only that his paperwork is funny, but he not... Come on, bro. Nasty work for that nigga, man. But people believe what they hear on the YouTube. I'm like, yo, son, y'all niggas really... Like, when I heard niggas try to say, yo, Pistol, yo, this nigga Hassan, he said, yo, that nigga was like Pistol. Like, nigga, first of all, Pistol Pete was really Pistol Pete. He was really who he say he was. Pete was really who he say he was. Pete got active. Pete clapped niggas. Pete ain't have nobody clapping for him. He clapped niggas. You know what I'm saying? Jeezy Moola ain't never clapped nothing, never let nothing die, never let nothing fly at all. Like I said, his man's got his brains blew out in the cup holster. His man's S-Dot and Capo. They clapped both of them and they ain't did nothing. They was up on the scoreboard on them niggas. This is real facts. Documented. Read the paperwork. Brad gang. You saw word. What's the numbers? Not what's the numbers. What's the numbers speaking about the story? But go look at my man's Super Wario. He tells the whole story. How they had them niggas, how they had Jeezy and them niggas not trying to do nothing. They shoot the wrong nigga. Listen, they shot at the wrong niggas downtown, man. The wrong niggas downtown. Yo, I've been drinking that lemon juice with the honey and the apple cider vinegar. I've been drinking a lot of that, man. That been helping me a little bit, you know, cause I got ill sin, I got bad sinuses, bro. And you know where that come from? That come from the you know where that come from? Cause I don't want to derail it, but that come from the pollen, bro. That air, bro. I'm telling you, bro. That air is no joke out there, bro. Like that pollen messes with a lot of it, because a lot of us don't have sinuses. We don't have allergies and bad things. These things come from the nasty ass pollen, chemtrails, pesticides sprayed in the air. So that's how our allergies get messed up and all that. Yeah, I'm gonna do the ginger. No, I'm gonna do the ginger. I thank you for telling me that. I'm gonna definitely do the ginger. I'm gonna definitely do the ginger because I was definitely. That's facts. The pollen, bro. Lewis, the pollen is what messes with our allergies, bro. Like, let me tell you something, bro. They spray a whole lot of stuff in the air, bro. You don't even know what you sniffing out there, man. And a lot of times, bro, we be sneezing and we get sick, and we don't know why we getting sick and why our allergies is acting up. It's because the stuff that they spraying in the air, bro. They shouldn't be spraying that in the air, bro. Like, I'm telling you, my dude. Like, I was one of them dudes that never had allergy problems. And like when I got older, I started getting my allergies start messing up, my nose. You know what I'm saying? I get sick here and there, but I always get better. But it's like the allergies it started getting worse. The more like the air, yo, son, I'm telling you, bro. And I'm around a lot of trees, so them trees get you messed up, bro. You know? Yeah, son. New York is nasty. Hey, yo, I ain't gonna lie, son. Yo, the Puerto Rican Day Parade, son. Yo, tell me why I don't feel like it felt like back in the days. You remember, like, the Puerto Rican Day Parade used to be lit? I don't know, maybe because they done changed it. But I miss when the PR parade used to be on Father's Day, son. Cause back in the days, it used to be on Father's Day. Every year. Every year it was on Father's Day. And it used to be lit. But now, it ain't as lit as it was back in the days, bro. Like, I'm talking about 90s, 2000s. Like, Puerto Rican Day Parade was fire, bro. Like, it was fire, bro. You know what I'm saying? It was fire, bro. Now, it ain't even like it used to be, bro. It ain't like how it used to be. Dudes used to go down there to bag up the joints, the little bad Puerto Rican mommies, man. Now, it's like New York ain't what it used to be, man. It don't got that vibe no more, man. I don't know what it is, man, but New York just don't got that vibe that it had, man. Like, gentrification just killed the whole vibe of New York, man. Like, I saw a video, I'm gonna post it on my Instagram. A Bed Stuy, son. Like, people telling me, like, when you look at Bed Stuy and you look at it now, man, it look like you in Manhattan, bro. But gentrification, bro. But yeah, man, that dude Jeezy, he finished, bro. Like I said, man, like, they gonna wash him up, bro. You know what I'm saying? They gonna wash him up, man. Like, and I knew that was gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Just looking at the case, I said, oh, she involved in this case? His manager, other chicks. I'm like, oh yeah, they all telling, bro. They all telling. Oh, yo, let me say this about the Kevin Gates. I ain't gonna spend that long on Kevin Gates thing. So I was watching some video with the chick Brittany Renner and Kevin Gates. I'm gonna say this right now, man. And I don't care what nobody say, man. All these chicks, these 304s that be turning Muslim, that be wearing the hijab and wearing the burqas, I'm gonna keep it real with you. They marry a nigga that try to get a baby out of them, right? And the nigga don't put a baby in them. They take off the burqas, they take off the hijabs, and they stop going to the masjid. I'm telling you, bro. A lot of chicks that be in the strip clubs, a lot of these chicks that be, you know, in the night scene, they they become, and this is facts, bro. They really don't they really don't believe that. They really don't believe that, man. They really don't believe that religion thing, man. You know? They really don't believe that religion thing, bro. And it's crazy to me. You know, how can you say you Muslim and then you talking about you divorcing your husband? Like, come on, man. That's when I know like a lot of these 304s that be wearing the trying to turn Muslim, bro. That's crazy to me, bro. Like, but I saw that coming, son. I was like, yo, son, she don't want to be like, you gotta look, bro. It's like Dreka, right? She cheated on Kevin Gates with the personal trainer, right? A lot of these women that is not religious, that never was religious, bro, they don't know how to be a modest woman, bro. Because they still want to be on reality TV. They still want to show their body. They want to take off. They want to take off that hijab. It's like Sunday Carter, man. Remember Sunday Carter from State Property? Her man's was Muslim. She wearing a hijab. She wrapping her hair up. But you's a known 304 from Philly. That's not your life. You don't want to be no modest woman. You want to be a woman that like to be a 304. So why would you front for a dude to make him believe that that's gonna be your life? Like, you gotta really look at it when you hear the logic from these women, bro. And you really hit, bro. They don't keep it a buck with themselves, man. You know, yo, son, them women, yo, son. Kevin Gates is the type of dude, bro. I'm gonna keep it all the way real about Kevin Gates, man. Kevin Gates don't really care about none of them chicks, bro. Kevin Gates about Kevin Gates, bro. That dude is a narcissist, bro. But I respect his narcissism. Cause he feel he that dude. You know what I'm saying? And them chicks wanna be with him. Son got an aura. I don't know what the aura is. I know when them chicks they be mesmerized by dude. The chick Brittany Renner been wanted to get with that. Yo, she been wanted to get with Kevin Gates. When she interviewed homie, she was rubbing all on him and all that. I was like, oh, she want to get with dude, but dude look at her like, yo, you one of my concubines. Like, you ain't really wifey though. You just one of my, you know, one of my concubines. You know, he on his polygamy, bro. He got a multiple women. He do what he want to do, and it's his way or the highway. I understand it. I ain't mad at him. Sort of like and I'm gonna get to the Puff thing in a minute, but it's sort of like with people mad at Puff, you know, for having all them. Like, let's keep it real, bro. Dudes, when you in a certain type of lifestyle, bro, that's just like dudes in the streets. That's like dudes that's living that life, bro. Like, the rotation of women is everything. Max B ain't no rat. We ain't gonna entertain that. That's a lie. Um, I'm gonna keep it all the way real. Gina Conway was the one that ratted, bro. And Gina Conway is the one that testified on Max B. Now, because Max B was able to get an appeal and he was able to get his case overturned, I can't deny Max B. He was able to get his case overturned. It is what it is. You know, he overturned his case. I ain't mad at Max B. You overturn it, you overturn it. It is what it is. Why would anybody be mad at a dude that overturned his case? The dude was in there since 2009. His lawyers was able to get a loophole to flip the case and get less of time for him. Come on, man. He just had a terrible lawyer. The Saluti dude was a terrible lawyer. But Pooh Sims, he out of pocket. But I get it. He doing that cause he, he reached out to Jim. Jim gave him a bag to put smut on Mac's name. Cause Jim's still mad that Mac smashed Chrissy. But nigga, the nigga you was shouting out the Mace smashed Chrissy too. Main fuck Chrissy, nigga. Loon smashed Chrissy, nigga. So you gotta be mad with all the Harlem niggas and all the niggas that was in the streets that smashed your girl. You know what I'm saying? No, he don't mess with me. You know? You gotta be mad at all them dudes that smashed your girl, man. You can't be mad because Max touched it in Miami. Everybody touched it. Mike Tyson smashed Chrissy. LL Cool J smashed Chrissy. Rich Porter smashed Chrissy. Everybody smashed Chrissy, bro. Tretch even smashed Chrissy, bro. Like this is facts. Puff smashed Chrissy. Mace smashed Chrissy. Everybody smashed Chrissy, dog. Chrissy wasn't nothing special. It's just Chrissy got tired of niggas whooping her ass and she settled for less. It is what it is. But Chrissy is a chick that mess with big time ballers. Everybody done smashed her. You just was a dude that got a chance. Carlton Hines pistol whipped her. Yeah, Carlton Hines, C-Town. Yeah, he pistol whipped Chrissy because she stole daddy's money. This is facts. And gave it to Los from the Bronx. So, Chrissy was a known thotty, man. You know what I'm saying? And, it is what it is. I don't got an issue with Chrissy. It's just, she's just thrown around the block. Can't knock her. She just known. She known all through. That's why Jay-Z shouted her out to the Tiffany Lanes, the Chrissy's and Tiffany Lanes. He shouted her out for a reason. He shouted out her and Charlie Baltimore. Because Charlie Baltimore was the Chrissy of Philly. She's another one that been ran through. Let's keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no knock. It is what it is. Niggas done ran. Niggas done hit it, bro. Can't knock it, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand, man. That's why with this Puffy case, bro, everybody smashed the same girl. Everybody dealt with the same shit. Perfect example, right? Like people saying, yo, Puff smashed Daphne Joy, right? But 50 smashed Misa. So Puff was just returning the favor. 50 smashed Misa. Puff smashed Daphne. 50 not mad at Puff over no Daphne Joy. 50's mad at Puff for standing next to Rick Ross and James Cruz leaving G-Unit. He not mad after that because, nigga, it's the game. Charged to the game. He smashed Puff Baby Mama first. Go listen to the diss track. Hip Hop. When he dissed Puff back in 06. Go listen to the diss track. He said, yo, I'm gonna have Misa expose you. Cause he was banging Misa out. He was banging Misa, bro. 50 was smashing that. That's on the real. He was smashing Misa. So, after that was over with, Misa and 50, they ain't had no issues. Puff and 50 was tight at one point. 50 even said he was the one that gave him. That's why I said this Puffy case is a weak ass case. They need to just drop that case because let me tell y'all something, man. The feds, they had so much evidence on Diddy. They would have brought it out. All they got is a bunch of chicks that's disgruntled, that he ain't put a baby in them, that he ain't wife them, that he ain't put them in position. And then you got Kid Cudi that got played, that don't know who blew up his car. He thinking it's Puff, and it's really wasn't even Puff. You got Capricorn Clark that Puff smashed, and she upset that she didn't get the wifey treatment. All them chicks that's on the stands is upset they didn't get the wife treatment. You didn't hear, and it's the thing, right? Everybody was calling Puff gay, oh Puff gay, 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 but everything you heard, he smashing these chicks out. You and him, nothing in there saying that he was smashing dudes. You heard all them women say he was smashing me, he was wilding me out, and he was done with y'all. Like once he already cracked it, he don't need y'all anymore. I'm gonna pass y'all to the streets. He knew what he was dealing with. You know what I'm saying? And they made this a RICO case. You ain't hear no trafficking. You ain't hear nothing. Come on. Hold on real quick. It sounds crazy with all that I was doing. I believed there was a God. I didn't think about looking for him in church. I sold drugs. I sold drugs to people who went to church. And, huh? Yeah, not good. And so and I believed that God was supernatural, and so I looked in transcendental meditation. I looked in all kinds of things, and back in those hippie days, there was a lot of books about cocaine being this link to this hidden link to God. The Andes Mountains and all this. I know it sounds like nonsense. Yeah, so in the whole case, they ain't say, yo, this nigga Puff was smashing dudes or whatever. Like, I was like, oh, they had to, like, because the way the Lil Rod, because they knew Lil Rod was lying, right? They knew Lil Rod was lying. The government don't have a real true case on Puff. They just making people say anything. A lot of these people was committing perjury on the stand. The defense, Brian Steele, Young Thug lawyer, exposed the perjury they was doing on the stand. Nobody was being truthful up there. Everybody was lying. Everybody sat up there and said, oh, this man did this man did that. And they was like, yo, look at the text message, look at this, look at that. They was showing everything and exposing all the facts that these people was not credible. They had no credible witness on the stand. So because they had no credible witnesses on the stand, they destroyed the whole case. Now they should give Puff a mistrial because they should just give it a mistrial and say we don't have a case and we not trying to re-indict him because it's not no real case. It's not a real case. They ain't got nothing like come on, man. Y'all got witnesses on the stand that's not even credible. Dude, chicks got coke problems. They got pill problems. One chick said, yo, he dangled me out the balcony of the hotel in Los Angeles. They said, yo, he was at Trump International in New York. How he dangle you in here at Trump? She wasn't credible. So that's why I'm saying, man, this whole case just showed that it was lies, man. It was lies. Like nobody was credible on the stand. It was like everybody was just lying their ass off. Lying their ass off, man. And that's why I said shout out to Podcast with the Soul. Shout out to Sylvia, infamous Sylvia. Shout out to platforms that was really credible. the Tisa Tills and all these platforms, man, it was like these people was looking like fans. They was looking like they just wanted to prosecute a nigga, and they ain't even look at the facts of the case, man. They ain't look at the facts of the case. If it was facts that this man did all this, they would have proved that he did all this. You know what I'm saying? What I seen was Puff might have been doing porno. He can't, like, just look at it, man. He probably was recording these chicks for the porno, get the OnlyFans money. You know what I'm saying? Get these chicks on the OnlyFans, let them go crazy. You know what I'm saying? Make the porno. He might have been making the porno movie on the low. That's what I think was going on. I think, yo, all right. I mean, you can't, Cassie, you can't sing for shit. Let's do the porno on you. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Cause let's keep it real. He already done fucked these bitches. The dude Punisher, I was shocked. Son was from Harlem, and he know my peoples. That's crazy too. My peoples knew him too. They like, yeah, son from St. Nick. But the dude Punisher, he was already smashing Shorty. He said, yo, I ain't think nothing was wrong with the freak off. I'm getting my money. You know, and son, he not in that game no more. You can tell he not in that game no more. He doing real estate now. His bag already up. See them niggas, a lot of them niggas, they ain't like the other nigga from Gigolos. That nigga, he big in the crypto, the real estate game. He don't want to be involved in none of this federal freak off shit. Niggas getting their money, they doing other type of businesses. They not even trying to even put that out there. Cause quiet as a cat, bro. Everybody does freak offs, man. Them judges that's in that court, them prosecutors that's in that court goes to freak offs. Let's keep it real. The police goes to freak offs. All right? A lot of them do a lot of sex parties. Cops, COs, judges, lawyers, doctors, military people. Everybody do freak offs. Everybody goes to sex parties and swinger parties. That's nothing taboo. I don't know why people was acting like, yo, like, yo. Like, I'm watching the media. They trying to act like, oh, that's like, oh my God. Like, they was like shocked. Like, how y'all shocked? Everybody do it. Everybody do it. Every race do it. White, black, Middle Eastern, whoever, Spanish. Everybody do freak offs. You know what I'm saying? Everybody do sex parties. Everybody done been. It's a bunch of people that have been to sex parties. I don't know why people acting like we all adults, man. That's why when I'm looking at people, they trying to act like, yo, they ain't never been to a party with chicks freaking off and niggas is wilding out smashing. Like everybody acting like that's taboo. How is that taboo? You telling me that you live your life that you ain't never, like, when I hear people talking like that, you either wasn't getting nothing from no chicks or you just wasn't around. Cause it ain't no way a human being in this earth could tell me they've never been to a sex party. They ain't never been to a hole in the wall stripper party. They ain't never been to none of those freak off crazy parties and acting like they ain't never did that. They ain't never smashed a freak. Like that, that's why I be like, yo, people be lying, man. People be lying. So what Puff doing, that's not far-fetched. Everybody do it. You got chicks that like all type of nasty. You got chicks that want dudes to assault, that the donkey punch them, to assault them while having sex. You got chicks that got a lot of freaky fetishes out here, man. Seriously, man. That's why I be like, yo, how is dudes on here trying to act like what Puff doing? They ain't never did that with they broad. They ain't wild out. Had like, dude, you hear? I heard dudes say, yo, I was locked in the room with my chick for like 5 days. So I don't understand what is taboo, bro. And I know the jurors is acting like, yo, y'all people acting like We adults, we ain't ever had sex. Everybody have sex, man. Every race have sex, bro. Every race have sex, bro. Everybody do this. That Puff was doing. Everybody do this, man. You be surprised. Me, Sosa, if Sosa was here right now, he'll tell you, bro. That nigga, yo, me and him, I went to one sex party with Sosa. That nigga go to a bunch of sex parties. That nigga could tell you stories with him being at a sex party and smashing a cop chick out. Upstate New York. You heard? Everybody is, yo, bro, listen, man. You be surprised, man. Everybody that, let me tell you something, bro. Behind the scenes and behind closed doors, everybody and their mama does sex work. Real talk. A lot of them correction officer chicks, you be surprised. They be doing sex work on the side. Police chicks, doctors, lawyers, you name them. They be doing that on the side, being sex workers. I mean, if that ain't my girl, my nigga, it is what it is, bro. Young, you gotta look, bro. Puff ain't never said these women was his girls. They thought they was his girl. They was just one of his hoes. And if he let the homies hit, he let the homies hit. I done passed, listen, bro, I done passed chicks to my homies, bro. Like, it is what it is, bro. That ain't wifey. If that ain't wifey and that ain't your wife, it is what it is. Cassie was everybody lady, bro. Once she showed that she could walk out the relationship, she everybody lady. She wasn't just Puff lady. Puff kept it P. All right, you want to be everybody lady? Bam. I'll let you do you. And she did her. She had her own money paying for the dances. She had her own money paying for her drugs. Come on, bro. This case a weak case, man. It's just like the R. Kelly case, man. Like, when I look at a lot of these cases, bro, get people on what they is. Don't get people on stuff that's made up. In R. Kelly case, that man is in jail for a documentary. He's not in jail for nothing he did. Nothing he did. He's in jail for surviving R. Kelly, which is crazy to me. How do you lock a man up from a documentary? It's crazy. Diddy, he's in jail for a video that was from 2016. When that video was released in 2024, it was past the years. How do you arrest somebody for something old like that, man? Come on, bro. That'd be crazy to me. You locking a dude up for shit that happened years ago? Come on, man. Yo, let me tell you something, lovely. A lot of them dudes, my cousin used to say this a lot. A nigga be burnt out from sex. A nigga have so much pussy and smash so much chicks that a nigga could be burnt out from sex. And that'd be a lot of niggas. My cousin, he said it straight up. He burnt out. He told me straight up, my nigga, I'm burnt out. That nigga would tell you, if I had that nigga on live right now, he'll tell you he was burnt out from sex. Yeah, Cassie's a liar. And it happens to the best of them. Because you done smashed everything moving. You done smashed the baddest of the baddest. It's like, what else can a nigga do? It's like, I don't want to have sex no more. I'm good on it. Because you be burnt out. Yeah, they want to take him there because he got money, bro. He got money, you know? That's why a lot of dudes you see, they become spiritual. They become real religious. Because dudes be burnt out. They be burnt out, man. That sex, yo, son, sex be, sex. Yo, sex is a lot of demons in it, man. You know what I'm saying? But when people get online and they trying to condemn Puff, I'm like, how can you condemn that man for doing what he do? Yo, listen. Nobody put a gun to none of them chicks' heads that was dealing with R. Kelly. Nobody put a gun to none of them chicks' heads that was dealing with Puff. They was willing participants. They wanted to be with R. Kelly. They wanted to be with Diddy. Okay? If these women were so much victims, if they were so much innocent, if they were so much didn't want to be in that lifestyle, they would have got a regular man and deal with a regular dude. They didn't want a regular dude because they felt they pussy is platinum and they felt that why would I want to settle for less when I could settle for the best? You gotta realize that. Them girls is party girls. A lot of chicks have sex howl for ecstasy, howl for liquor. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. We might. I don't know. Um, and that's how it is, cause you in that party life. A stripper chick is howl for coke. Come on, all day. Yo, I seen a video of Ray J, man. Ray J is wilding, bro. What is up with Ray J, man? What is up with Ray J, son? Like, Ray J is wilding. That's the homie, but what is up with son, bro? Like, Ray J is wilding, son. You know? No, Cassie was not 19. Cassie was in her 20s, bro. Cassie was in her 20s. Yeah, they gotta bring back the king of R&B, Kelly, bro. Listen, bro. Once you lock up Puff and R. Kelly, music is dead, bro. Music is dead. I don't care who you got, the Babyface, the Neptunes, the Timberlands, all these producers. Once R. Kelly and Puff went to jail, music is dying. R&B music in general is dying, bro. I don't care what nobody say, man. Music, when I listen to music now, bro, they don't have that same feel that when R. Kelly was there and when Puff, let me tell you something, man. Puff is one of the best executive producers there is. If you need a nigga to be an executive producer of your project, Puff is the guy. Kanye is another one. Puff is one. And R. Kelly's another one. Them three is musical genius. I don't care what nobody say. What Puff did with Nipsey album, Nipsey got a classic album because of Puff, bro. A lot of dudes don't got ears for music like Puff and R. Kelly doing that studio. I'ma keep it real with you. Even Kanye West. Them three right there. That's why they trying to take my man Kanye up out of here, man. They don't even want to lock my nigga up. They want to take my nigga out. Cause they know Kanye is not having it, bro. They want to take my nigga Ye up out of here. And Ye been keeping his foot on his neck and saying, yo, free Puff, free Kells, my nigga. Ye the only dude in the industry that's not scared to say freedom men. Everybody else been quiet. They ain't been taking care of niggas' families. They ain't been doing that. Kanye been taking care of R. Kelly. Been making sure Puff is good. Kanye been doing that, man. That's why I say you got to give Kanye his credit, man. Because if Kanye lead this earth, man, if something happened to Kanye, bro, we got to go back and say, yo, that man right there was an incredible human being, man. That man fought so hard to get Larry Hoover home, and they trying to discredit Larry Hoover. These agents. Keep y'all foot on 1090 Jake neck, man. That dude is a rat and an agent, bro. Kanye was frontlining, getting that man. Kanye, man. People say what they want about Kanye West, man. Kanye West is a real one. I love Kanye, man. Love that dude, man. You know what I'm saying? Niggas be capping, bro. They don't like Kanye because Kanye ain't having it, bro. Like niggas talk about Puff and niggas talk about this one and niggas talk about that one. But I always say, man, you know, everybody mad because the position in they in life. You know what I'm saying? R. Kelly took care of so many people, man. So many people. It's not even funny. Without R. Kelly, bro, Mr. Biggs wouldn't have a career, bro. Just keep it real. Puff helped out a lot of people. People always say, yo, Puff robbed niggas, but nobody talks about how Puff took the money out of his pocket to make sure Craig Mack was able to drop his first album. He invested in that man. People don't talk about them good stories. They always talk about the negative because our people feed off of the negative. But talk about the good stories about what Puff did. Talk about the good stories of what R. Kelly did. Talk about the good stories of what Kanye West did. You know, you got dudes like Dr. Dre and Jay-Z that don't even care about helping their people, bro. They so much with the people over there, they ain't rocking with our people. Jay-Z definitely ain't rocking with our people, bro. Peace, 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 Snooky, peace. Yeah, Jay-Z ain't rocking with our people, and Dr. Dre ain't rocking with our people, bro. These niggas is about for self. You understand what I'm saying? They for self. But hey, it is what it is, man. Like I said, man, this Puff case is weak, man. They gotta come with some better evidence, because when I'm looking at this case and I'm seeing the evidence they had, ain't nothing is strong, bro. Everything is he said, she said. You know what I'm saying? And it just shows you that they want to get this man 30 years off of he said, she said. They ain't getting him for nothing he did. They getting him for a bunch of he said, she said, and nonsense that people just making up. And I just don't understand that. I just don't understand that. And it is like a lot of cases is like that, man. You know? A lot of cases is like that, man. And you watch it, and I'm watching a couple cases right now, like the Harvey Weinstein case. That's a perfect example of a case where people lied. You know what I'm saying? I looked at the Harvey Weinstein case. I'm like, yo, wait a minute. So the chick said he smashed her, but son ain't, he got one ball? So she saying this, you thinking she lying, telling these people that this dude got 2 balls, and come to find out this dude got 1 testicle. So shorty just lied on homie. And not only that she lied on homie, she ain't care that she lied. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta look, these people is paid to do these things. They get money for doing that. You know? But it's sad, man. Sad, man. Sad, man. But yo, I want y'all to check out my video that I did the other day to Karen. If y'all ain't see the Karen Reed joint that I did, man, check that out. Click the link. It's highlighted in the yellow. If y'all ain't checked that video out, that case is crazy too. You know, they ended up killing dude and then try to put the murder on the chick, my nigga. That is crazy. You know, so it is what it is, man. Y'all already know what it is. Your boy Buzz Gotti. Y'all have a blessed night. Salute, y'all.